We return once more in Across the Obelisk. Welcome back, everybody, as we dive to the old tree, Ylmer's Awakening. Which you may have guessed is a boss fight. And the obelisk is in sight, but something very dangerous is blocking the way. Ylmer, an old treant, once known as the protector of the Cenanthian forest, has awakened and been tainted by the energy emanating from the now active obelisk. Besides Ylmer, there is a Trunky and a Dryad protecting him. You can't see any way to avoid the confrontation, but you may make the fight easier or worse, depending on how you approach him. This challenge will be difficult, so what will you do? Before a boss fight, you can typically do one of these three things. You can either engage quickly, catch him off guard, so you get that small bonus. It's usually speed or maybe sometimes a little bit of damage buff or something like that. Then we can rest for gaining 40% of our health back, and that will apply to some of our characters. There is a chance of this failing, but fairly high success chance here. Or we can ambush. It's risky, but try to hide in the forest to start the fight with stealth. Oh, that's not a bad idea, but that's a tough sell at 33%. I think the play here is to engage him quickly. We are missing, 6 health here and a little bit more there. Okay, 14. What is this? I'm wondering about this sign there. That might be this one. Not sure. 23 normal cards. Yeah, and then 1 bad card. That's what it's showing me here. And it's called an injury. We'll get rid of it in the town. But I think we dive into the combat. Without hesitation, you draw your weapons and rush at him, gaining a small movement advantage. Okay, so it's probably just speed. Oh well. Yeah. Which actually, I prefer having the healer go after the enemy. Maybe for obvious reasons, but I'll detail it in case. I mean, speed is so important this game, or at least it's important to be aware of the different things. Like you want the enemy to attack before the healer goes, right? So that his healing spells in hand can be used for something. But again, since the energy carries over, maybe it's not so bad. Just something to think about. So anyway, we have a Tainted Trunky, a Tainted Dryad, and Ylmer. They are immune to bleed, not her. Okay. And this one is immune to, what is that? Character sheet. What is this? Immunity something. Huh. Yeah, I don't know that symbol. Interesting. I wonder, can we access the Tome of Knowledge from here? We can. Something I haven't shown you guys yet, but there's a whole Tome of Knowledge, and this one is actually great. Really well done. So there's a lot of statistics in here. We can see the different cards. There you can look through all the items and the one you have unlocked and not unlocked. And then the glossary is where I think it really shines. More games should do this. It is so nice to see. It is paralyze. He's immune to paralyze. I see. Which it may be obvious what it does, but in case it's not, it just makes you skip the next turn. Then you remove 1 charge. Charges do not stack. Very cool. All right. I've never seen a player card that can apply paralyze, but I have had it happen to a few characters in my multiplayer adventures. Anyway, I think we will go with the wolf card on Sylvie here. Then Helping Hand will allow us to draw an extra card. And I like that on Sylvie too. I'm a simp for Sylvie, clearly. But I think it's very important for her to set up her whole thing. It's the same for Fools, so it's a toss-up between the two of them. But I think his turn is pretty well laid out with the stealth, and then he draws the ambush guaranteed. So he doesn't really need the extra help, where she has a lot of setup that she needs to do. Intercept will then be for Reginald. And then I think, since they can't bleed, I'll just do the fast strike. And I will put up a defend for him. Here's the Searing Blast, and that's nice. They are pretty weak to fire. While we are ambushing, we should... Sorry, while we are stealth, we should use the ambush mechanic. That does work with the fire damage from here, so there's maybe a reason to play the Searing Blast rather than the ambush, in fact. Except for this one requires stealth, of course. We have the camouflage over here. Oh yeah, and then the ambush would get the extra sharp. And there's a rapid fire. We can't do that and ambush. So I think, in fact, we are going to do Searing Blast into camouflage, into ambush, into blur. That's 5. Yes. Perfect. Okay. Do it. That's some nice damage here. Good. Then camouflage. That also draws a card. Okay, that was fine. Then I don't think he summons nuke units, so I think it would be okay to try to murder these guys before they can act. And this is almost a one-shot of that Dryad there. She's like a healer type, so I think getting her off the board is pretty important. And indeed, she's gone. We might have an AoE thing come out of Sylvie, and then she would die anyway, so I think it's better to apply the poison, probably, to the big guy. So it can do some work. Then the blur with the evasion. Okay. Then no stealth on her, so we can do whatever. Nothing that needs to be played first. No. Play the feint. Then vigilance seems like a decent idea. We can see what he's doing already here. So he's got barkskin, giving himself thorns. He will gain more thorns. I do know that he gets rid of his own thorns as an attack later. Then a random hero will get a bit of bleed. This is very low damage. And Moon Catalyst will make him buff himself at the end of his turn. Interesting that he didn't front load his turn with that one, but whatever. It might be random how that plays out. I'm not 100% sure how that works. Notably, we do not have the single target damage to take out the Dryad we do in the Ice Storm or Ice Shot, but I don't really want to waste that on her, so we would probably end up doing the Rapid Fire this turn. Vigilance, Camouflage, then Rapid Fire. And then if she doesn't hit the Dryad, then hopefully Reginald can kill it. Otherwise, this would have been a silly setup, allowing her to live. But I am confident that Reginald would be able to kill her if not. So Vigilance, I think, is still the right play here. Yeah, because we don't want to have this happen. Barkskin, Frenzied Termites. Okay. That's fine. Camouflage into Rapid Fire. So let's hope she kills the Dryad. There it goes. Beautiful. Okay, good turn. Dawnlight. Holy Storm. Delay response, clairvoyance. Okay, a lot of nice plays here. He's got 5 mana. I will hit up the Dawnlight first, and I am still trying to remove the frontliner there. I would love to do Holy Storm, and maybe then delay response. Oh, it applies slow. Oh, for some reason I thought this slow would go on an enemy. Oh, sometimes you do want your character to go later in the turn, like, for example, Reginald, like I said before. So this is how we can move Reginald back in the turn order. This is what it's for. I completely blanked on on that. That's interesting. So this is if you want your character to go last, which, like I said, I do want that out of Reginald. He will do that by himself, I think, with the fast after the fact, but I still think he will play that on himself. That's interesting. Okay, and then no heal, because I am doing the Holy Storm. I'm not sure this is worth it when there's only 2. With 4 mana, that is pretty expensive. So, but the 2 Sanctify here equals what? Oh, it repeats 1. Oh, okay, so it's not 2 Sanctify. He's gonna trigger the Sanctify for himself as well. You know, first he applies 2, then he hits the monsters again, healing for 2 per monster. Then he applies Sanctify again, so they end up with 3 Sanctify. So that's gonna be another 6 heal for his allies. That's interesting. Okay, that's kind of cool. The Clairvoyance is not worth as much, I think. Let's do the Holy Stone then. I like that idea. Yes. And I think we delay his response for next turn, as I said I would. It removes the speed buff first, and then it applies his slow. That means I would probably never play this on Magnus, but I can see that if we really think about the turn, sometimes there's a reason to delay a hero's turn if they're burning or something. We want the healer to go before them in the next turn or something. I can use that delay response to sort of move them around in the turn order. That's very interesting. There's some combo potential in that one, maybe, that I am overlooking at the moment, but maybe I'll realize it later. I would love to remove Mr. Trunky there, but he's very resistant to slashing. Well, he's very resistant to most of the things that we do, so that's a moot point. Are they attacking frontline? He will not get his turn, that's a guarantee, so I'm not supposed to be looking at these. You Blossom and heal yourself. Equals your regeneration, then purge your regeneration. Interesting. And dispel too. Ah, okay. And when you dispel, you'll always take it from the left to right, so he will dispel the poison and the burn as it stands. Then he purges his thorns, which doesn't deal damage based on the thorns that he has left, but then he attacks all heroes. Then he does front hero damage. Okay, so we do want some block on Magnus. Probably a decent idea. If I attack, I lose 2 block to the thorns here. If I block, then I would be down to 7, so take 7 from this, but also the 10 from the Rain of Thorns. Yeah, so I think the defend is fine here. Alright. We already have stealth, so we should utilize that. Dual strike does the most with that. 27 versus the 24 over here, and we only have 3 energy. I do want to do the rupture, but no, I don't, because this is bleed focused, and that doesn't really do anything. This would get rid of the frontliner. This will also kill him, because he dies to the burn. You can hover over their HP bar, and you can see the begin turn effects and end turn effects. And that is important because sometimes it will not do the damage that is stated down here. Like if they had burn resistance, now we know he has burn weakness. But instead of having to do that calculation in your head, you can just hover over their HP bar and you can get all that calculation done for you. I love this little effect here. Same with the other guys. Locked or resisted current HP. Interesting. Locked, resisted, current HP. Huh. Ah, because the block will go away before he gets his turn, so it would affect his HP, so he goes down to 120. That's what it's showing us. Interesting. That's really, really cool. Well done. Giving the player information that they could get by breaking out a calculator. I always love that kind of thing. This should be enough to kill you. The only note is that sometimes Sylvie will waste an attack on him if we don't take him out, but it's fine. And everything here hits front monsters, so now we'll just Shadow Step and save the energy. Yeah, so we don't want to do a quick shot this turn, but that's fine. We have Elven Agility into Ice Shot. This is a small weapon, not a ranged attack, so that's fine. Into Ice Shot. Then, oh, here's the Falcon Shot, which is a ranged attack. Oh, okay. But I do want to do it. Right, because we gain the sharp. Oh, and then we do the backstab. That's unfortunate. Okay. Now, if I want to do the quick shot, we will have to kill the Trunky. And then we might as well do it with a Shiv and then have the quick shot hit here. So like I said before, maybe we should have spent the one extra energy from him to have taken out the Trunky. It's hard to do that calculation. Maybe it's only important because we do the quick shot that is free. And then it's silly if I don't do this. We have singled out the boss, and I think we're doing fairly well here, so I'm confident that we will beat him. Well, I think I've said before that the first realm that we are currently in is fairly easy. The game gets significantly harder in the later realms, so we'll see how it goes. Do we do barrier? Magnus goes first, and we don't really need a whole lot of block, I think. I have 4 energy. Since Sylvie is getting a bit low, I will hit her up with a barrier, but then do a flash. And save 2 energy, that's fine. Here's the Enrage. Captain's Howl. We do the upgraded barricade. And then an intercept on... She's got the Wolf Guard. What's he doing? Self... Random hero. Okay, nothing important really. It won't even break through anyone's defense, so... Well, him giving himself thorns... Well, he does that at the end of the turn. Not sure. And it's not that much thorns. It doesn't really matter where I put the intercept, I think. And then we don't have to do another barricade. The repair armor, not so much either. In fact, so we save... And the rend is kind of silly on him. To save the energy. Alright. We can pull the backstab from the deck. I think that's cool. Do we need to do something first? No. So let's play the backstab. Sorry, the scavenge. And we can get the backstab out of the deck, which I think is very nice. That must be my best card here, right? The free quick shot, honestly, is almost better. This is interesting. Yeah. Oh, if I look at it in this screen... then I don't have the calculations on it. Here, if we look at it, it's doing 34 damage, but in here it's doing 20. That's because here it's getting all the modifiers. So for 0, do 19, or for 34, for 3, but gain 2 mark on them and 2 stealth. That's a tough choice. Maybe the quick shot here is better. And we can spend our energy on something else. Huh. I am not 100% sure about that decision, but it is done. Jet of Accuracy into Rapid Fire. It'll do 27 3 times versus the 38 of the Ice Shot for 2 mana versus 3 mana. That is worth the Rapid Fire. That's some damage. Alright, we have stealth, so we can get higher stealth with the Killer Instinct. But with 6 energy, We have to play a card that does damage first, so that'll be the ambush. Oh, that killed it. I kind of wanted to do the ammunition just to see and show you guys like what potential it has. But oh well. Can't complain about winning. Bloodbath. For a big boss fight, we usually get some pretty cool cards, and we also have excellent performance bonus, so perfect. Here, Bloodbath equals target bleed. We do more damage. That's not really our build. We do a fair amount of bleed, so it's not like a bad card, but for 3 mana, that's too much. So then, Colossal Blow. We purge our own Reinforce. Interesting. No, we purge Reinforce from the monster. Then we do a fair amount of damage, gain 1 powerful, and it ignores block. That is a good card. And then Shield Slam deals X damage, where X equals 1/3 of his block, and then we purge his block. Shield Slam. So there will be. So now we've been trying to build up the block mechanic for him. And so this is sort of what we've been building towards, getting something that deals X based on my block. I don't think this is the card though. It's definitely not my favorite of the cards or the version of them. And there's not an upgrade where it doesn't purge my block. There's one where it doesn't vanish, and that's nice. Oh, when you upgrade it, it turns it into a higher rarity? Is that always the case? Wait, what? When you upgrade a card, does it always turn into a higher rarity? No, not in this case. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. Never noticed that happening before when you upgrade it. Doesn't really matter. I don't think this is a pick for him. The decks for every one of our heroes is going to change significantly when we get to the town and can remove some stuff. So let me think about this again before we move on. We are going to remove all the fast strikes. We are going to remove the Rend. Maybe not the Rends, but probably. That's 4 cards, and he has to have we want to get him to as close to 15 as possible. So Rend, that's 6 down from 23. So we also want to get rid of the intercepts, and you gotta trust me on that one. That is going to be worth it. So that's 8 cards, and that means he would be at exactly 15 as it stands. And shards is nice too, you know, or are nice. The Shield Slam versus the shards, it's a very tough choice. I think I gotta go with removing it. Here we remove reveal 1 small weapon from your draw pile and put it into your hand. Cost reduced by 1 until discarded. So this is effectively a gain 1 mana card. There's a caveat to that. Reveal 1 small weapon. And if we look at the deck and find small weapons, there are only 3, I think. 1, 2, 3, and they are all currently free. So they are not going to get that bonus. But we do want to add other small weapons to his deck later. That will make it more worth it. Even so, even if I never really get anything other than the the poison daggers from this one, then this is still a good card. It doesn't like take up anything. It doesn't cost anything, and it will draw another card in place of itself. So it's good. Fan of Knives is all monsters, and it does do piercing damage. So there's potential here, and the poison there. You can make it cost more and vanish, and then it equals your sharp instead. And he's not really the one who builds the most sharp, although I do try to do it. It's not something we've been very lucky with, and the Tedious Poem is not a pickup. So I would maybe, if it was the Fan of Knives, I would probably just choose the charge. But here, well, let's see. if we look at his level ups, he does have a thing with melee, and he does have a thing with hits, which means an area of effect kind of thing is very cool for him. Probably picking up these deadly strikes, also nice with AoE. And then I'm hoping for the small weapon in the wide sleeves here. So, the Fan of Knives, we would have to remove something else, and he doesn't really have AoE attacks. It's nice coming out of stealth doing a big hit with the Fan of Knives, to be fair. We want big hits for him, because coming out of stealth, you play one big hit with modified, right? Damn. I think the hidden weapon is the play. But no, I've talked myself into the Fan of Knives. Let's do it. Okay. Moving on. Curative Therapy will heal X equals target's discard pile. Target's discard pile. And that's not really great when we're doing small decks. But I always build fat decks when I play Slay the Spire and stuff like that. I don't think this is the pick. Because we are trying to thin these 3 decks and his own, maybe even. Yin Yang Bold is single target. And we get some Sanctify out of it. It's a lot of damage, but for 3 mana. Holy Blast deals X. Double your Bless damage. And double your Bless Sanctify. So then I need to build more Bless for him. We haven't been super lucky with picking up Bless cards, although that is something that we want for him. So that's interesting. I think this is a pass. Or we can remove other stuff, you know. Here we gain Bless, Could remove some of the flashes. Probably removing some of the barrier. Tough choice. I don't think this is the play. He starts with a Bless by himself. Right, just 1 Bless. So then for 3, it's 2 and 2, and 2 Sanctify is decent, you know, but not for 3, and it's single monster. So you need like, what, 3, 4 Bless before it really becomes good. The Sanctify is not to be underestimated. They only get removed when you hit stuff, so there's a lot of potential in Sanctifies. Here for 3 you get, but also 25 damage there. Oh, 24, sorry. And then, yeah, you'd need 4, 5 Bless. No, 4 Bless, you're getting 8 Sanctify. That's pretty good. 4 Bless. Damn it. Oh, it's already upgraded as well. That's worth noting. I gotta pick it up, I think. Tough choice. And Shadow Step here upgraded. We don't want melee attacks. So the Shadow Step here, since it's a free gain a stealth kind of thing, that's really nice. You don't want to overload on stealth cards. That's really important. Because as I said before, you can't do stealth when you're already stealthed. So I don't think we are there yet. And this is definitely a nice stealth card. Regardless, get it. The path is clear. Ylmer will never wake up again. A shame that a once tall and wise treant like him had to end this way because of the mysterious reactivation of the obelisk. Between Ylmer's roots, you see a large golden chest appear. You are 1 step closer to your objective. Inside the chest you find some golden shards, but also a good amount of magic items that have long been forgotten and hidden between Ylmer's roots. Paraphrasing a bit there. And here we always get the Shield of Thorns. This is the one I've been waiting for Magnus, so he picks that one up whenever he plays a defense card. He gains Thorns, and since we've been building defense for him the entire run, this is going to be pretty good. It's twice per turn. That's what this indicates here. First 2 defenses he plays in any given turn. Then Thools. Not sure what you want here. If anything, there's also the pick gold option. So maybe this is the time because I don't really see anything. You have Searing Dagger, Brigand Armor is good, Opal Ring. Then the Silver Ring is better, but we have other people who can use that more than you. Ylmir's Branch will almost always go on the healer. He gains 1 regeneration himself when he heals himself. And then he heals other for more, where the runestone here doesn't really help us a whole lot. I used to think that this regeneration would go for everyone, but it doesn't. It's just for himself, so self-healing, but that's fine. And the extra heal down for others, pretty useful. So he will pick that up, and she will probably pick the Silver Ring. Yes, so which means you shouldn't pick the Silver Ring, and there's nothing else here that I really want. The Yggdrasil roots are not bad, but we also need some gold. So you, then the branch for you, and then you pick the ring. Good. The Sinanthia Obelisk. You find yourself in front of the obelisk. After centuries of inactivity, it is now bursting with energy, and the runes engraved in the stone glow brightly. As you read the runes out loud, the wall of the obelisk warps and distorts, creating several portals. The time has come to cross the obelisk. Name of the game, and where will you go? We can cross into the red portal, green portal, or the blue portal. And we need to go to... Oh, now I can't see where we need to go for the last sentinel. Huh. Now I'm thinking of whether or not I should pause the video and try to figure out how you unlock... Oh, here you can see some of... I think this is the character that's for, which Jawafa has played in a previous run. There you go. I could ask him how to do it. But we can also just roll the dice. That's like a 33% chance that I pick the right one here. And I think that's fine. I do want to go to the green portal, in fact. I know that there's another character unlock that we need the horn there. So I think that's where we're headed. You cross the portal, and before you realize it, you are already in another place. The Aquafall Marsh. The group went across the obelisk and in an instant found themselves in another place, far from Sinanthia's forests. One of the mysteries of the obelisk has just been revealed to them. In ancient times, the obelisk was used as a means of transportation. Since reaching this land by road would take several days, they searched for signs that the Princess of Or, Lord Henshik, had been there, and found 2 pairs of footprints leading away from the area. The group looked to the horizon and saw that there was another obelisk in this area that was active. Undoubtedly, the princess and Lord Henshik had something to do with the activation of the obelisks. The next destination of the group was clear. Act 2. And so there will be some downtime here in the town. And I will spend some time min-maxing and doing the thing here in town. This may not be for everyone. You have been warned. There will be no more battles this episode. I will spend the time needed here. And you can, even now, we could spend a chest from one of the previous one. If you found out, well, this one's going super well. Maybe now I would want to spend one of them. But I don't think I will. We have more supplies to upgrade the town. And I don't see why I wouldn't unlock this increased rarity of the items in the town armory. I wonder if that changes it immediately. That's something to check. So first of all, we go here and check. Maybe there's something that I really want to buy. Do you have a ring now? You do. This extra charges here might be worth it. The vision ring, 243. That is an upgrade, I think, in terms of adding more charges there. There's the Steadfast Shield, which is super good for Magnus. Giving him regen when playing defenses, basically. 3% health per charge or per defense plate, so you can heal 6% health per turn and gain 1 speed, which is also important. Versus the Shield of Thorns, which is good, of course. But the Shield of Thorns is free, you know, so I think we keep that. 100% success in single character event rolls. Oh, Old Horseshoe. Every 2 turns reduce the cost of the highest song spell in hand. Nah. Okay, but let's see if it shuffles the armory when I do the town upgrade. It did. And I need to cough a little. Alright, I made a note for myself to cut that out later. Hopefully I will remember. And let's see. Yeah, Royal Coin plus 20% extra discount in the Magic Forge, altars, and item shops. Huh. Probably not in the town. And that spot is not open for anyone. We could put it on Thul's just to see if it like applied immediately. But I don't think so. Magic Forge, altars, and item shops. Am I wrong about that? This is the church, altar, Magic Forge is specifically this one here. So we could buy that for 592 to then get the effect right now. Altars is for upgrading cards. So this would allow me to do more, well, 20% more upgrades basically right now. And in place of the Venom Flask, this one will be replaced eventually anyway. So maybe we get this one now, and then we can do more upgrades in town, and then replace the Royal Coin later. Rejuvenation Potion. When you are damaged by others, 40% or more. Recover health gain 1, energize, and this is 1 per combat. 1 time per turn when you play a skill, draw 1 card. That's really nice. Thul's does a lot of skills, and it would be the Venom Flask that we overwrite. So we could do the Royal Coin first, and then buy the Proficient here before we leave town. That's a play. Or just buy the Proficient immediately. Not a bad option. I think I'll try this Royal Coin thing. Let me just double check that it works in town here. So if I hover over the Shadow Step, I might want to upgrade this 294. Then we buy the... Oh, and I do want to see if that's for all the characters. So Shadow Step 294. If I do Flash for you, it's 4242. Then we buy the Royal Coin for Thul's. Come in here and check. Shadow Step is cheaper and Flash is cheaper. Okay, so now everyone can upgrade for cheaper. Very cool. We want to remove some cards. We want to remove the itchy burn from everyone. Like that is just the most important thing. So there. Without a doubt. Okay, then we want to go and upgrade some stuff. Like we want to keep the Scavenge forever, I think. And I want it to just vanish, that's fine. But we will make it put the card into hand. No, maybe not. On top of deck is kind of fine for her. That's interesting. You do waste a draw on this one. I think I'll do the put in like make it not vanish upgrade here. Backstab upgrade. Oh, we can make it require stealth. Otherwise it does give more stealth here. It's a very interesting card. I like that it doesn't require stealth, but she does have quite a bit of stealth gain at this point. She's got this Shadow Step now. We're going to be removing some things. Let me start removing. So, fast strikes here from Magnus. I'm not interested in these at all. We want to get rid of as many as we can. I'll keep 1 for now. We want to remove the Intercept, and I'll explain why. If you upgrade it, you can become 1 cost, and that's not useless. And you might wonder, well, why? Because Magnus, if we look at him, the bad boy, level enter, his next level up we get with him, we are picking Defense Mastery, and at the start of your turn, reduce the cost of defense cards in your hand by 1 until they are discarded. Which means that 1-cost defense cards become 0 cost, and they are free. And so a defend is then better than an intercept. It's nice that we can play it on other heroes, and that's the major selling point for them, of course. So you could upgrade it into the 1-cost intercept, which is maybe not useless. But then we get the barricades, and we have 3 of these guys now, and they will become 1 cost, and we can make them do 12. So with 3 barricades, I definitely want to remove at least 1 intercept. We also have the repair armor, which can target any hero, and it's then better than the intercept. So you can see that there are better cards than the intercept, even if we upgraded it. 14 there. I'd like to remove at least 1 rend. And he's going to have to get some much more expensive card later down the line, because if he gets that defense mastery, then almost all of his cards are free at that point. And that's interesting. For you, Thules, I want to remove at least 1 Viper Strike. I think we can... No, we cannot make them 2 cost. I've covered already that we kind of like him having high cost, single... it's better for him to have the high cost cards, like the ambushes and the Fan of Knives, Rapid Fire, that combo really well with stealth. And so we will also remove an unupgraded Dual Strike. The goal is running away rapidly. I will remove a barrier from you here. Probably 2. You don't really need them. I will remove 1 flash. We will get better stuff than those. We could remove the heals, but those are the only really heal card we have. I will probably remove 1 multi-shot from here. All monsters is good when there are 4 monsters, but not when there's 1 or 2. Maybe 3 is fine, but usually we kill some of them and then it becomes significantly worse throughout the fight. So I will remove 1. It's also better to focus fire 1 target usually than spreading out the damage. So there's a lot of little ifs and buts to that one. I will remove 1 ice shot just because we can get better stuff than this. I will remove 1 quick shot just because we can get better stuff than this. Okay. And we're burning through that money fast. Could we remove the Dark Miasma? We could, but of course we are not gonna. I love that we gained that 1. He's not bad at dealing the damage himself here, but really he would rather play Holy Smite than the Flash build up that... Especially I took... Did I take that card that gave the Holy Blast? Indeed. Yeah, remove another Flash. Okay, I want to upgrade the Detoxify, I think, so that it also removes bleed. That's fairly cheap. Dawnlight, we can keep it, or we can make it do all monsters. Equals your hand. Interesting. We do like the Holy Smites, so... Oh, making it 3 cost and apply Sanctify. Or just 3 more damage. I was hoping for 1 extra Bless, if I'm honest. No, and you can transform cards into the other version for free because I have a town upgrade, that's right. I think I want the one that vanishes. I need to think about this more. That we can transform for free. Dawnlight, Foresight. Oh, dealing damage too. That is kind of nice. Maybe we want one of them transformed into this one there. And then the other one like that. Upgrading the 0-cost cards is kind of nice because we always play those. You know, whenever we draw them, there's never a reason not to play them. Almost never. There are situations. They exist. Helping Hand can be upgraded to also remove Insanity, which can be kind of nice. And since we always play it, why not? Repair Armor can become free, but we're not interested in that, so we will definitely pick this upgrade over here. Barricade. There, I almost always play those. Blur can either become stay in deck or more evasion. I do want one doing more evasion. The ammunitions one is interesting. We can make it give us an extra draw effectively by placing the card into hand. We also get it on top of the deck, which is not what I want. That's interesting. Because in the first turn we do the ambush, but I could transform this one into the other ambush here for free. Applying slow to them. I think we will do that and then get the ammunition here on top. But I don't really want to do that in the first turn. Cost 2, reduced by 2 and vanish. Okay, maybe that is the play. And then we will transform one ambush back into the other version there. Here, this equals my... No, but we definitely want to... Oh, not definitely, because that is very expensive. Here, we can have this one be targeted or still random and repeat. Yeah, we will just go for still random, that's fine. Sneak Peek, we haven't really played this one a lot, but it is a nice card. Oh, this makes it burn, okay. I think I will make it burn. Oh, I can't affect this camouflage, okay. Because it's the corrupted one. But could you not remove it then? Oh, we can remove it, okay. Shadow Step upgrade, we almost always want to play this one, and I think we would love to keep it in the deck. Oh, he doesn't have a lot of camouflages. Where is all? He's got the Killer Instinct. He's got the Shadow Step camouflage. He doesn't actually have a whole lot of Go Stealth cards. So we need more of those. Huh. Killer Instinct. Camouflage cannot be affected. Yeah, okay. Interesting. I need more stealth cards with you. Maybe we remove something that's not a stealth card then, like another Viper Strike and another Viper Strike. I thought we upgraded one of his dual strikes, but it seems to be gone. Yeah. Oh, we made it cheaper. That's right. Okay. Upgrade. Taking out one that isn't upgraded. We're running out of money. And I still have way more than the 15 on every one. And I might even want to buy some cards, you know. But upgrading is first priority. I do want another free quick shot here, I think. Chant of Accuracy. I've been thinking about whether we want this one to stay in the deck or just Chant of Accuracy for the burst early in the run kind of thing, or the fight. And I am not sure I have made up my mind about that. I don't think I have. Do we want it to be like a sharp build? It kind of is, but at the same time it's not super important. I think I want it to just be free and then still burn. We can always change it later. We can make the camouflage not disappear from her deck, and that's kind of cool. So she can continue, but I don't think she has anything that is stealth dependent, so I don't think that that's the right play for her. Just make it better. Oh, this makes it do less stealth, but then a draw one, which is also not always great. Interesting. Vigilance upgrade will make it draw one or not disappear. I think we will make it draw one. I don't play this one very often, but maybe I should. I'm sure we can do something better. Rapid fire upgrade. I will continue to do the same one, just randomizing it. The Shiv can apply poison, which is basically what we focus on most of the time. She only has one blur, so upgrading this is fine. Into the extra evasion. That may... we should upgrade this blur to stay in the deck then. I overlooked the blur before when I was counting his stealth cards. Okay, but let's make one blur stick around in the deck. That's really nice for him. And we are going to burn all the shards, by the way. I'm just trying to get there. We will make one heal cheaper and burn. That's fine. We can also make the flashes free, so maybe that's the play for him. A defend upgrade is fine. Barricade, fast strike, no. But spiked shield and rend, no. We're getting close to the end. One holy smite upgrade, they're pretty cheap. No reason not to do that, I think. The flash becoming free, but less damage. Sure. He has some very expensive stuff. The delay response. We can make it stick around, or be a one-time thing still, but free. Yes. Sylvie. More expensive multi-shot. It works really well with the Elven Agility, so I will grab more expensive. And that's why it's so important for her to have cheap stuff in her deck, so that she can play all the big expensive ones. I will remove one more Ice Shot with that in mind. And I think another free quick shot then. Or we could have removed it. Tough decision. Having 3 of those is kind of getting a little bit over the top. But with all the sharp that she's doing, it's really cool. Okay, 258 left. Oh, let me come in here. Are there more zero cost cards to upgrade? Let's maybe do the defend here and another one. The barrier. Why are we keeping the barrier around? Oh, we can make it a heal card that burns. Okay, we do need more heal cards. I think I will make this one also burn, but then make this one heal for more. Clairvoyance. Now we can't afford those anymore. Dawnlight, no. And we're not going to be able to craft any cards, which is whatever. Oh, we can upgrade the Ice Shot. It's really cheap. Okay. Apply X Chill. This is much more damage. Ah, but it's also more expensive. I think here we take the cheap one. Camouflage, no. The barricade. I think we're at the end. Yeah. Almost everything upgraded. That was kind of cool. The Viper Strike here that we kept. I could just remove it. Yeah, I think I will remove it. It's kind of... I'm still not really good at min-maxing and balancing my decks like this. It may be a mistake doing that, but we'll try here. See, the Dual Strike, we should definitely upgrade it. The question is what to do with it, and I think we can make it stay the same cost, but we can target any monster with it, which is kind of nice. And then that'll be the end of it. Okay, and so also the end of the episode. I hope you guys are still enjoying it. I hope this wasn't too boring to watch if you stuck around, but then I hope you're enjoying the series as a whole. So see you guys soon with the next episode, and that's the end. Bye.